Welcome to News Updates. Many Chinese believe that Chinese New Year is the most important festival within the years. During the festival, people enjoy greetings and blessing others. However, some criticize the meaning of these activities have been changed because activities is considered too common. Recently, an education on Chinese greeting has caught a lot of attention. The poster mentioned that it would teach children to express themselves better within in a 3 days training. Let's look at what people think about the education.
I think that Chinese New Year is important to you and your family.
Yes, I
Yeah.
think so.
Me too.
Do you think your children will be able to say those traditional greeting words or phrases that when they receive a red pocket?
Yes, of
Yes,
course.
of course.
We have taught them to say it before the Chinese New Year. Yeah.
I want to ask you an opinion. Do you think this greeting is a kind of like must-do superstitions in the Chinese New Year?
Yes, of course.
Of course.
A kind
Must.
of respect.
It's kind
Yeah.
of training is worth the $500, and do you think it's useful for you?
I think it's useful, but is it worth to join those class?
Coincidentally, there is a training that is talking about to teaching children for how to teach them how to make Chinese greeting. What do you think about this?
I think it's not necessary, and this kind of things is well, it's not very easy, but it's kind of it can be acquired. It's something that we acquire, we don't learn, right? So if we think about acquisition and learning, right, it is an unconscious process of just getting it, right?
But I don't think. Me, I won't join.
A conscious process of learning, spend effort on it.
Do you think that Hong Kong has modifying the meanings of education into something else?
I joined that kind of course also, Moses. And I found that it's purpose oriented, just like they just want to teach them that the parents can see the result immediately, not really to educate the children.
Some children nowadays, for example, that their parents do not preserve the real meanings of Chinese New Year, and then children are just lost, and then they see on television that they have to do this, they have to do that, and they have to get the red pocket, and they have, So, first thing people told me is like, oh, Chinese New Year is when you get red pocket. So associates with money.
Yes, I think so too. More money.
This is because of this kind of consumerism society. What we tend to do is now, we pay for everything. It's like consumers, right? It looks like that we can pay for education and everything. That's a bit wrong.
So I think some of the culture, some of the real meaning of Chinese New Year might be getting lost because of this influence of other ideas coming in. This do affect children, and they will affect children more and more.
Do you mean that the training should be training children to perform?
I think it's a continuous education. It's not a period education. And I think it's a kind of education that comes from inside the home and also the school. And not like separate courses to teach you to be good in Chinese New Year. But it's not a thing for or tailored for. Tailored for Chinese New Year, tailored for. So if it's continuous, I think it's better for children. And then you have a more, in the long term, you have a better educated population.
Some people credit it's making the children become more plastic and deceptive. Do you think it's that serious?
Chinese people, they have too much expectation in their children, right? And they want to send them to all kinds of classes, training classes, all kinds of training. Parents will think that if they don't send their children, it's kind of lagging behind or making your children kind of not as good as other. End up sending our children to learn so many things, and we don't care things like who they really are, what they really like, and are they happy? All this kind of more fundamental question. Too much pressure, and of course, it's first of all this social cultural thing, and then this school system also, right? Education system. This it gives a big room for the this training centers outside the system, and they are profit oriented. So they are reinforcing this cultural value of you have to make your children perfect.
It seems that our interviewees, although with different backgrounds, raised a similar concern about the training. What is your opinion? This is the end of the discussion. Please give us your opinion through the comment below.